Good morning, welcome back to Casa.texpina. We're on Friday, build day number 141, and we are continuing with skim coating in the master's bedroom. More plaster coating around the attic and the fences, and also continuing work on the front walkway. As people get in, I will walk you around and show you what all's going on today. So let's get started. All right, so here on the front of the house, we've got Mr. Alex and Mr. Willie that are building forms for the extensions of the fence posts. Remember, we're going to get them up just a little bit higher than the actual curve of the fence grill so that the lamp posts sit high. Mr. Marvin and Mr. Ramirez are working on the the entranceway here, the front walkway, and the welders have arrived on site. They are continuing to work on the fence grills here on the front, as well as the brackets up in the attic area. Right, here on the back, Mr. Romy is chipping down the fence post to get them to the right size so that they can bring them all back up with mortar coat, with plaster coating, to make sure that they are the right size for the embossing, or the piece that sticks out on these posts. Looked like the forms may have blown out a little bit on the bottom when they were being constructed, so they're going to chip them back to the correct size. Over here in the shade, we have the smart man, Mr. Jerry. Mr. Jericho is continuing plaster coating around the outside of the attic. So we're going to make sure that all the hollow blocks are covered to cover up all the spaces where bugs or other pests may try to come in through the walls. So the more you cover it up with plaster coat, the better it is. And over here in the corner, fighting out of this corner, Mr. Joel. Mr. Joel is working on the end caps of some of the walls. Some of the walls, you know, we've made them sure they're really nice and smooth on the ends, but we've overlooked some of the ends. So Mr. Joel's smoothing that out and making sure it all comes out nice. So we're going to have a good smooth finish on those as well. And around the corner from him is Mr. Wilson. Let me go show you from a different vantage point where Mr. Wilson is at. There's Mr. Wilson up there working on skim coat. Good morning. Up here above the garage area, Mr. Joseph, one of the welders, is continuing with the full weld of the braces and steel floor framing. So we make sure those are nice and strong before we start putting any fiberboard on it for walking. Little by little, the pieces of the roof are starting to come in. This here are big rolls of the insulation. Yeah, order insulation, 10 mm, and a lot of cocoa lumber. Oh, insulation only? Yes. Okay, cocoa lumber for somebody else. Good. Okay, so we've got just the rolls and rolls of insulation. The wood belongs to somebody else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $10. Apollo. Dalang. So just the 10. All right. So this is the insulation I was telling you guys about. It's a it looks like baked like a baked potato. You got aluminum foil on the inside of on the outside of 2 sheets of 5mm insulation styrofoam, and then the underside is also aluminum foil. Has about a R10 value for stateside where we do our insulation, but for here, very effective. This is Philippine standard insulation. Well, actually thinner than this. Ours is double what the normal is. Normal insulation thickness is only 5mm, and the aluminum foil is only on one side. Ours is double-sided and double thick. All right, we're working on the next step for our front walkway. So we've got the form done around the outside edge. That's going to be marking the top of the concrete once it's poured. So they've got that all formed with the plywood. Right now they've put in a very fine gravel into the area, and Mr. Ben, Mr. Red Horse here, just got on site, and he's the first one doing the compaction. So right now it's just a dry compaction, just trying to get the pieces smaller, get them into the right spots. Then they're going to come back, water it down, and start putting in the gravel and the rebar cross grid that is needed. All right, so we got the 3/4 minus in the sidewalk, and we're starting to put in the rebar, bend it down to match up. Alright, so we should be pouring this afternoon. Won't be long. Alright guys, I want to take a special minute here. Just take a break out of the middle of the day. Do a special shout out. Today is my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Dorothy Casmer. A very young 79 years. May God grant you continued health, more strength, and all the love you could ever know. Have a happy birthday, Mom. Love you. Hey, look at this, we're starting a new fashion trend. Everybody coming out with sombreros. Lo Emie. Para boss money. Alright, the rebar is in. It is tied. Next thing will be spacers, just before they start getting ready to pour the concrete. Pardon me. So this is 9mm rebar, and getting ready to put down the Buena chemicals for the termite control. Again, common practice here is every time you get ready to pour concrete, before you pour concrete, you pour termiticide. And with that, the front walkway has been formed and poured. So they're going to let this set up overnight. We'll see this tomorrow morning. All right, something to look forward to for tomorrow. They're going to start digging out the septic tank, going right over here in the corner. So we're coming 1 meter off of each wall, 2 meters wide, and 4.5 meters long. Gonna be little over 2 meters deep. So it's going to have it's going to be a 3-tank system, which is standard here. So we got digestive 1, digestive 2, and then the leaching tank in number 1. So number 3 here is the first digestive. That's where all the black water goes first. Digest a little bit, overflows into 2, continues to digest and off gas, and then into 3, into tank 1 for leaching out and going into, and the water overflow goes into the storm drain. All right, folks, it's yabba dabba do time. Guys are already headed home, cleaned up. There goes the engineer. So today, no metal, guys. Just the welders continuing with the long welds for the attic space. So that got completed. So tomorrow you're going to see something interesting. We're going to start working on the sewer. So the septic tank, as they do here. They do everything with a septic tank. We're going to have a three-chamber system. You'll see that, as I just mentioned in the previous clip. So we'll look at that tomorrow. So if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow, have a great afternoon and God bless. Ooh, that smell!